Hey, what's up guys? This is Matt here on Just for Fun. Like us on Facebook, link is below, Facebook/JFFLQ. Watch Russ's videos too, the limited queue for some great drafting. This is black-green Aristocrats in standard. This is a value deck. This is way more on the competitive side than what I usually play. You'll notice the deck has a really low curve, only four drops, everything else is 3 or less. Only need to pay 22 land. Only playing really one, very few actual lands, because we got 7 fetch lands in here too, so 15 actual lands. Only 4 come into play tap lands, so really great draws here. No flooding will never ever happen. You will never flood out with this deck. The deck is just value on top of value. So what you have are creatures that act as sacrificial lambs, fodder, right? So Bloodsoaked Champion, Elvish Visionary, and Blisterpod are fodder, and also the tokens that are created by the Catacomb Sifter, the tokens that are created by the Blisterpod, all are fodder. And how do we get value out of this? Well, the Visionary, you're already getting a card by playing it. You're cantripping, and then the 1/1 is just gravy. So if you sack an Elvish Visionary with a Cutthroat out, you're draining them for 1 life. With 2, it's 2, and so forth. With a Grim Haruspex out, you're drawing a card. With the Catacomb Sifter out, you're getting the value of the Scry. With the Nantuko Husk, you're pumping it. So all these things add up to minor advantages, especially when you have multiple of these enablers in play. Things start getting really disgusting really fast, and you'll see. The video set is pretty short. I could do a second one with the deck. If you guys like the deck, I'll do that. Let me know. But the deck is really disgusting. So some of the interesting interactions. Bloodsoaked Champion, okay. The raid ability to return it means you can play really aggressively with this guy, trade it off for whatever, chump attack with it. This is a deck where you'd be chump attacking a lot, because you can attack with your Husk and the other stuff, and then if the other stuff is blocked, you sack it to the Husk for pumps. You are sacking things or chump attacking to flip your Liliana. Liliana is super powerful. That was my splurge for this deck. So that allows me to... Now, by the way, there's 2, I think that's plenty. And they're 5 tickets. I know 5 is a lot, but it's totally worth it. The card is so good. You can hit it off a collected company. It's just an amazing card. So what else? You can use the Lily to +2 discarding your Bloodsoaked Champion because you can get it back. Another neat trick with Bloodsoaked Champion is the raid ability is instant speed. And all that you can do at any time after you've declared an attacker. You don't have to wait until your second main phase. So you can attack with your Husk and your champion, sack your champion, pay 2 mana, get the champion back, sack it again, and so forth for as many 2 mana pairs you have. So that's another way to kill people out of nowhere. Blisterpod, okay, sacking it gets you another creature, so you can use it as a ramp. Or you can also use it for double pumps, so it can kill your opponent really fast, especially with Cutthroat in play. You can sack Husk to itself, which you'll see I do in one of the videos in order to get the final 2 damage from Zulaport Cutthroat. Bone Splinters, plenty of things to sacrifice. It's so 1 mana, sorcery speed, kill something dead, period, end of story, get rid of it. Great card. What else? We talked about Visionary. Oh, so you can Liliana -2 to get back Elvish Visionary, draw a card, and then you have the zombie and the Visionary there as blockers to protect her. Even though she'll be at 1, it's still seems like really great value. When you have Grim Haruspex and Catacomb Sifter in play, you can stack the trigger so that you can scry before every card that you draw off Grim Haruspex, so the value goes way up. Executioner and the Fleshbag Marauders, obviously you're stacking stuff, you want to be stacking stuff anyway, so it's a very one-sided edict that way, get a lot of advantage. Drana is there as a fun one-of, honestly. I just, you know, I like this card. I love black, I love vampires, I love flying for a strike, I love the ability, so I wanted to find a home for the card. So it works well in a Collected Company deck. You hit it off Collected Company, you are attacking with a bunch of little stuff, so you know, you can pump your whole squad with it. A nice way to kill people out of nowhere. You know, obviously Collected Company is just the stone cold nuts. If you're not playing this card or Dig Through Time in Standard, you're doing Standard wrong. The deck is great. The sideboard isn't super complete or thought out. The Beastmasters are there against decks that don't have removal, so you can draw additional cards. Eyeblight Assassin to kill weenie things. Skullhunters are there for like a control matchup, get value out of your opponent discarding cards. Caustic Caterpillars, this is your enchantment removal, artifact removal, obviously. The card is really good. It's actually way better than you'd think. It's really good in the deck. It's a sacrifice trigger that you can use to trigger Cutthroat or Grim Haruspex and cycle it with your natural eyes. It's a dude that it pumps Nantuko Husk, it attacks for 1, it blocks, it does everything, it does it all. You can hit it off Collected Company. As you can see, the deck has 32 creatures, and very few lands, so the odds of hitting off a Collected Company are 99%. I mean, probably not literally, but the odds are super high you're gonna hit 2 creatures and even have your choice. Because the curve is so low, you have choices every turn. You can play 2 things every turn. The tempo is beyond. Blocking and sacking is a way to get around lifelink. So the only thing about the deck that you have to be wary of is there's not a lot of, you're not winning like a big creature deck or a planeswalker deck where you get something in play that your opponent just can't deal with, and you win with 1 card. No, you're gonna have to work for it, but you can grind people into shreds with this. This is grind them into powder, make them cry for the mommy. Anyway, my wife's in the other room probably thinking that I'm insane. Anyway, I am insane. I love this deck. The deck is insane. Watch the videos. Peace.